Dua Lipa is one of the biggest stars in pop right now, and her album Future Nostalgia not only got critical acclaim, but had massive commercial success. But it looks like behind the scenes there's a lot more about her that fans don't know, and some of it is not pretty. Let's get into the celebrities who tried to warn us about Dua Lipa. But before we get into it, I wanted to shout out a channel that we recently launched called Where Are They Now? We're doing a ton of videos this week in honor of the Super Bowl, on the halftime show performers, and on the athletes, so make sure to check it out below. First up, Rita Ora. It's long been rumored that Rita Ora and Dua Lipa did not like each other, even though they have so much in common and even knew each other before they were famous. And after Bebe Rexha basically confirmed the feud, we have more details about why these women hate each other. Both women are immigrants of Kosovo, who grew up in the UK and even attended the same stage school and gymnastics club. It's also been reported that their families are even friendly. Their feud was made clear at the 2019 Met Gala, where both Dua and Rita were in attendance. A source close to Rita told The Sun that though Dua was looking up to Rita in the past, she has grown fed up of being compared to her. The source said, quote, "It's a shame, as they used to be very close, and Dua spoke a lot about how much she admired Rita. Dua even said she wanted to be just like Rita in the future. Now things have gone south dramatically and she's trying to distance herself, and she's making it no secret in the industry. Rita is desperate to avoid confrontation and went out of her way to make sure that they didn't come face to face." With the source revealing that Rita hates drama and did not want to have an awkward confrontation with Dua, however she was not going to let a petty feud stop her from going to the Met Gala, of course. The feud between them started way before Dua Lipa was famous. Since they grew up knowing each other, Dua reached out to Rita's sister, Alina Ora, for help with her career when she was just starting out. Apparently Alina refused to help, and Dua felt it was because her sister did not want Dua to become a bigger star than her sister Rita, which definitely did end up happening. This is not the only time they have butted heads. The feud continued when Rita Ora was replaced by Dua Lipa in an Adidas campaign. More recently, Rita tried to mend the relationship slightly, but Dua did not soften up. Rita posted to Instagram to support the Put Kosovo on the Map initiative to Apple, where she wrote in the caption, quote, "I would very much like to see Apple spread awareness by putting Kosovo on the map. Albania and Kosovo are full of great and beautiful talents, and I am very proud of my wonderful, strong, talented colleagues who represent our heritage. We share love, peace, and unity today with Bebe Rexha, Dua Lipa, Ava Max, and many others." Even though Dua was mentioned and tagged in this post, Dua did not comment any support for the initiative, even though every other artist mentioned in the post supported it in the comments and shared it to their own profile. So even though Rita Ora tried to mend the tension, it seems that Dua Lipa is not interested in being civil. Next up, Bebe Rexha. Bebe Rexha is in the middle of Rita Ora and Dua Lipa's feud, and she thinks the feud will most likely never end. She's always tried to keep the peace between the women, and she's even pushed hard for a collaboration with all of them, but it seems that Dua is standing in the way of this. While speaking to The Sun, she said about their dynamic, quote, "I have really tried. I don't know what's really going on there or what the drama is. I've tried to always be the peacekeeper and bring the girls together." However, shortly after this interview was published, Rexha walked back her words and claimed the entire interview was taken out of context, responding, quote, "It's absolute bull to put women against each other, especially those who I know are good people," saying that her words were not about their feud but more so about the competitive nature of the music industry, specifically the way women are pitted against each other. Adding, quote, "It's weird because I know how it is to be a girl and sometimes we can get really competitive. I'm not even talking about me, Dua, Rita, and Ava, I'm just talking about females in general. What happens is there's not enough women at the table." Baby added that because she believes the music charts are so male dominated, it leaves women musicians with an unspoken competitiveness between them. These comments came after the 2019 Met Gala, where it was widely reported that Dua and Rita avoided each other. Next up, Taylor Swift. We all know that Taylor Swift and Kanye West despise each other and have been in a long and heated feud since Kanye stole the mic from her in 2009. So how is Dua Lipa involved? Fans originally thought that Dua was a Taylor fan when she was pictured wearing some of Taylor's merch while doing a sound check. Taylor also took this to mean that Dua was a fan, and Taylor commented on this post, writing, quote, "I am screeching with joy." However, the love affair did not last long between Dua and Taylor, because Dua later chose Kanye over Taylor when she was playing a game. The question was simply to choose Taylor or Kanye, and because Dua prefers Kanye's music, she chose him. Instantly, Taylor's fans were up in arms, and fans took it to mean that she chose Kanye in their long-running feud. So they started posting snake emojis all over Dua's feed and calling her a snake. Dua also revealed that that she was DM'd threats against her life. Dua cleared it up on an episode of Watch What Happens Live, when she said, quote, "I wasn't thinking about their beef, I was thinking about their music, and Taylor is amazing, but I'm such a hip-hop fan that I probably would have chose Kanye over anyone." Next up, Calvin Harris. Calvin Harris may have exposed what a diva that Dua Lipa really is. At the time of the 2019 Brit Awards, Dua was in her prime and got tons of nominations for the show. But after the show, the Daily Mail reported that insiders claimed that she was a total diva at the award show. The Sun reported that Lipa was reportedly, quote, "furious after being given a dressing room close to other guests who were eager to talk to her. Apparently her dressing room was right beside the beauty spa, so tons of people were around this area before the show." However, the singer made it clear that she didn't want to be there after other guests kept heading in to say hi and wishing her good luck. Because everyone kept coming to talk to her, she reportedly slammed her door shut and took her name tag off her door so people would stop bothering her. What made her look really bad though was that Calvin Harris's dressing room was very close to hers, and he was openly welcoming people in and talking to everyone that wanted to see him. It was reported that Harris, quote, "made his dressing room a free-for-all and was letting anyone in to help him celebrate with a magnum of champagne." However, Lipa didn't seem to care about the supposed situation, as Metro pointed out that following the ceremony, she was, quote, "too busy getting down with her pals at the Brits after party." And finally, Dua Lipa herself. Dua Lipa got in some major hot water after it was exposed that she said the N-word in a song back in 2014. She sang a cover of a song and posted it online, and in the song the N-word was used, which she repeated. Lipa covered the song Smoke, Drink, Break Up by fellow singer Mila J back in 2014, and she can be heard saying the slur at a certain point in the song. After the clip resurfaced, Dua immediately took to Twitter to apologize for ever saying the word, writing, quote, "in relation to my 2014 cover, I never meant to offend or upset anyone. I didn't say the full word, but I can admit I shouldn't have gone there at all and that a different word could have been recorded altogether to avoid offense and confusion. I wasn't thinking it through at the time." Adding in another tweet, quote, "I always stand up for social justice and I am very sorry to anyone that I have offended." Most of her fans accepted this apology, but many did not, and a lot stopped supporting her after they heard her say the slur. So that's all for the list. Let me know your thoughts on it below. But before I go, I'm gonna shout out some comments from top 10 biggest celebrities who lost it all. And Shirley said, "what I don't understand is how these multi-millionaires owe millions to the IRS. I got audited for $106. I really hope that's not true and you weren't actually audited for $106, because that is making me nervous about my taxes. But it's so crazy. They rack up these insane debts. It's like the IRS gives them more of a free reign or more of a pass, and they're the ones with these tax shelters and all this stuff, and we have to pay our real taxes. It's just such a corrupt system." Then Tammy said, "celebrities need to budget their money more. Just because they're wealthy doesn't mean they're going to be wealthy forever." Yeah, I think a lot of them, they just don't understand that fame doesn't last forever, so when they're at such a high, they're like, oh, it's only gonna keep getting more and more. But obviously we know that's not the case. So these celebrities just don't manage their money, they overspend. It's really overspending most of the time, and then when they have no money coming in, you're instantly broke. Emily said, "not at all surprised Montag and Pratt were on this list. Those two are ridiculous." They really are. Do they have their own show? I mean, they would do really well with their own show because they're just so crazy. They're so fit for reality TV. They make these decisions and you're like, what are you doing? Then AJ said, "how often do you hear people actually returning the gratitude like with Willie Nelson?" Yeah, that's really amazing that he was able to actually pay it off and still his career is doing good. So good for him. I mean, it is possible to pay your debts and move forward. Alright guys, that's all for the list today. I've been your host Mackenzie Smith, and we will catch you in the next one.